So here is an update video on Lockpay. Specifically, it's gone to Lockpay version 2, where hopefully they have mitigated all the potential flaws with the contract. They have also changed some things. So the super high APY has significantly dropped. Before it was around about 300,000% per year APY that you were getting, which sounded absolutely amazing. And that was their kind of main marketing ploy, was saying, hey, look, if you put in £100 here, it'll be worth $500,000 in a year, blah, 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 all that kind of magic money out of nowhere. But they've had to get rid of that. So it's down to zero. So it was somewhere around about 2.3% something per day. Is now been slashed significantly down to 0.7% per day, meaning over the course of a year it's around about 1,000%, which is still a phenomenal amount. That is 11,000. Was it 11? No, 1,000%. So you're talking about a 10x of your tokens. But whether that works into 10x of your value, that's a different case. They are still advertising, saying, look, our first Lockpay did a 44x in the first 15 days. What will V2 do? So let's have a look at that. So the main thing is that the whole point of this was it has an anti-dump mechanism, which they never really implemented. It was meant to be you could only sell between 1% and 5%. As the price went up, you could sell up to 5%. If the price goes down, it would reduce it down to 1%. They did it completely wrong. They did it the opposite way. It was always at 1%, and then when it dropped, they opened up to 2%, then 5%, and then 100%. So they had an idea, they never actually implemented it. With this, they've got an idea where it's a lower daily APY. You should potentially be able to sell up to 5% per day, meaning that you will be losing a greater number of tokens if you sell than what you are gaining each day. Great maths going on there. The main thing is they wanted it so that there wasn't an exploit on it. And if we go to Token Sniffer, you can see it has had a phenomenal pump. Let's see. Saying there's a 10 billion tokens, and it's at 0.028 at the moment. So if we can find out what the total increase is at. So a lot of these, I think, a lot of the people that will have this token will have gained it from effectively being airdropped or migrated over. So it's already done 1,500% gain in less than 3 days. Wowzers. 1,500%. So that's a 14x gain. Is that 14 or 16x? 16, 14, somewhere around about there. X in less than 2 days. So if you bought in somehow, if you managed to buy in at the very start, fantastic. If you've been given free tokens, hopefully you'll be getting your money back. So the main thing is, there's other YouTube channels that I watch. For example, the one which I really enjoy listening to is Mr. FOMO, who lays it on very truthfully, where he's like, good day everybody, today is shit. I've lost all my money, this money's gone down to zero, this is shit. I absolutely loving Mr. FOMO, his banter on the YouTubes. So hopefully he put in about $1,000 into Lockpay version 1, and it went down to $20 or something dismal around there, but he's saying it's gone back up to around about $250. So he's like, oh, fantastic, maybe I'll get my initial investment back if he's able to start selling at 5% each day. So he's just like, I want out of this. So some people are definitely wanting out. So if we give that one, if you missed, what's that, like the first 4 hours, let's give it another token, is gone up. So if you got it just after release, it's gone up 60%. So not as big as what you were hoping for it. So and effectively, if you're buying today, well, let's say if you bought in the last day or so, it's gone up 12.5% in the last day and a bit. So not the huge mega ultra pump that they were hoping for, but again, it is still early doors. There may be another pump going on here. There has been some red candles, so if let's have a little look a little bit closer at these. There is some interesting bumps, so maybe they're doing buybacks already. These seem to be significant candles each time. If we go to the buyers, is it the same wallet each time? No, it seems to be different wallets going on here. No, OX5, OX5C, change, OX5CD, OX5CD. So maybe OX5CD, yeah, it's down there, is one of the top wallets buying everything. In fact, shall we go have a look? OX5CD, which is this? Maybe this is a developer wallet. Well, this person has only 309,000. I thought they would have had more. Okay, but they bought in the last. Hold on. How have they? They've bought 309,000. Oh yeah, and the other one was only 136 tokens from their migration. Okay, so they're buying in now. This person. The only thing I was worried about is if we look at sellers. Let's see if there's been any significant sellers, because again, you're only meant to do between like 1% and 5%. This is a worry. How has somebody already managed to withdraw $1,700? That would mean that they've got $170,000 of tokens here. Let's click on this, and they have 198,000 tokens, which doesn't quite match up the same amount. This is where it gets a bit confusing. Yeah, so yeah, out and out. How? Hold on. Okay, I'm needing somebody to. Oh no, what is this? They have 200 million. 200 million tokens this person's got. They migrated over from 200 million tokens that they migrated over, and they've managed to get rid of almost 800,000. Yeah, I suppose that kind of works at your kind of 1% that you're allowed to sell there. But that's a lot. 688. So somebody, this is what we would call definitely a whale. What does this person have in their wallet? They've got still another 287. So there are definitely whales in this. So that's only slight worry. This person here, which you can see lots of their transactions. One of the whales is able to sell a lot every day. Let's see that. So he was selling almost $2,000 in one day coming out of the thing. And they don't seem to be buying either. Let's see this next one. $780 taken out, and they're just out. Not a lot going in there. So yeah, just something to be aware of, that it does look like some of the whales from Lockpay version 1 have moved over and are selling big amounts. But yeah, at the same time, there are some people throwing their money in. Really throwing their money in here. So yeah, I shall be monitoring this and seeing how it goes. Because if it fails, that's got to be pretty bad. If there's another exploit, people lose their money again. If it's gone from Meta Gold rewards to Dogejet rewards to Lockpay version 1 to SafeJet version 1 to possibly SafeJet version 2 to Lockpay version 2. Woo, you don't want that to be happening. This person put in $11,000. Let's have a little look at this person. He's got 10 billion tokens. No, that's the total number of supply. 12 million tokens. Buying all in the first day. So this person obviously was like, I'm buying in right at the very start, and hasn't sold anything yet. Good job there. So yeah, fingers crossed for the people out there that invested in Lockpay version 1 that saw their money just completely evaporate. Fingers crossed. I hope the best for all of you, that this one doesn't do some sort of exploit rug pull, blaming the community, blaming people that sold for the price that dropped, blah, 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 all their excuses that they had out there. And hopefully you're able to get your ROI, return on investment, as soon as possible. So if you can take out your 5% each day, give it a go. This 0.7% isn't a major advertising factor anymore. That's not going to bring in a lot of people, and certainly if you miss the first day pump, it's not a huge amount. So in the last day, it's only gone up 12%. So don't be expecting huge gains from here unless they do some super mega advertising thing. But it's going to be difficult to do super mega advertising when their previous attempts have been so badly criticized and failed so